Yo, welcome back, guys. Today's video, sorry, but today's video is going to be in a garage because the bike, Mad Max 22 Road Glide, it's down. It is down. I can't ride it. Nothing serious, but it's definitely not safe, I should say, to ride it. And I'm going to go over that. I'll go over it in quite some detail and let you guys know exactly what's happening, what's going to be done, and what's going to happen, basically. Are we going to make it for Daytona? Are we not going to make it for Daytona? We will make it for Daytona, but I'll let you guys know what's happening here momentarily. If you guys watched the previous video, I told you guys in the beginning of the video about my appreciation. I wanted to thank all of you guys, my appreciation for all your support, and we're almost going on to 100,000 subscribers, and hopefully we could hit that in a couple months. So to kind of hopefully speed things up, I told you guys about the Chromeworks 2x2 Black Eclipse Chrome, which is right there in the box. I told you guys about the Zero bag blades, and I told you guys about the Indy Ridge boots and gloves. And I will be picking one person when I'm at Daytona at the Chromeworks rig. All you have to do is be subscribed, like a video, and comment in the video. You have to do those three things. And this is what I wanted to point out. A lot of you guys are commenting, if you guys could see, but do you see this little red circle right there? That means that you are subscribed. So I don't know if you guys just aren't subscribing, but I could see who subscribed. So I just want to tell you guys about that, just so you think, oh, well, I'll just comment or I'll just like the video and maybe he'll pick me. But that's not the case. You have to be subscribed, you have to like the video, and you have to make a comment in any video from now until I'm at Daytona. So as you guys could see there, right there, Beard and Fun is subscribed. You got Jeff right there, he's subscribed. But a lot of people that are commenting here have not subscribed. So I don't want you guys thinking that, hey, you know, I liked the video and I commented, but maybe I just won't subscribe and maybe he'll pick me. Well, you have to be subscribed. You have to like the video and you have to comment. If you guys are watching the videos through, say, a TV, and you don't know how to subscribe, go to your phones, go to your computer. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. There is a join button there, and that's for members. That is basically like, I don't know, it's like $4.99 a month if you want to support the channel. I'm not asking you to do that. If you do that, I really appreciate it. It does help out the channel. If you see where it says subscribe, you click on that button. That is absolutely free. And basically all that does is whenever I put out a new video, you guys are going to be notified and you guys will be able to watch the video. You'll be notified first when all my videos come out. And it helps out the channel. You know, the subscriptions go higher. And the faster we could get to 100,000, YouTube definitely promotes channels that are over 100,000 subscribers faster, I should say, or better. Because a little quick tidbit of information, which is really, really interesting. There is probably, I'm going to say 100 million YouTube channels. And there is only, check this out, there is only less than 1%. It's literally like 0.04% that are only at 100,000 subscribers or more. So it's huge, and that's when they give you the silver play button, the plaque, so this way we could put it up on a wall next to Cycle Fanatics, and it just shows everyone that the channel is good, the channel's legit, the channel's doing something right. And it's a direct reflection on the channel, and it's also a direct reflection on the viewers and the subscribers that watch the channel. So it's good for all of us, and this way I could obviously put out bigger and better content. So definitely hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and comment down below. In any video from now until Daytona, you could get 2x2 exhaust, Chromeworks, black chrome, pair of Indy Ridge boots and gloves, and Zero 3D bag blades. So hit that subscribe button. Next thing I have to say before we get into the bike is a lot of people, hundreds if not thousands, the past say year or two have been asking me when could I do a meet and greet. I finally actually done it. When I was at Bergen County Harley Davidson this morning, I talked to Rich, head of marketing, and I talked to Phil, the owner, and I asked them if I could have a meet and greet at Bergen County Harley Davidson in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. It's set for April 29th at 9 a.m. We're going to have a food truck there. The dealership's obviously going to be open for you guys to look around. They have so many bikes on the showroom floor. Get merch, buy a bike, whatever you want. I'll have merch there on hand. And hopefully you guys can make it out. I want to meet every single one of you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking me for a while. You guys could see the bike. We'll talk some shop. We'll talk about bikes. I want to see your bikes. Hopefully, the weather is going to be warm enough to where we're going to be able to ride there. I'm definitely going to ride there no matter what the temperature is. If it is raining or snowing, I don't know. I just have to throw it out there because you never know here in the Northeast. If it is snowing or pouring rain, it will be moved to June 10th, Saturday at 9 a.m. But fingers crossed, right now it's scheduled April 29th. Write this down, April 29th, Bergen County Harley Davidson, Rochelle Park, New Jersey, on Essex Street at 9 a.m. I'm going to post this a lot from now until obviously April 29th. And not only will I be there, potentially some other of your favorite YouTubers will be there as well. I don't want to tell you who yet because I'm still waiting on confirmation, but that's the deal. So hopefully you guys could show up. And this is what's happening with the bike. Bike is down, can't ride the bike. My leg fell asleep. This is what's happening. On the previous video, when I did the ride video, coming back from the ride video, thank God it wasn't going fast, nor was I on the highway. But I was coming to a stop sign and basically went to grab hold of the front brake and the bike was not slowing down. As good, I should say. It was slowing down, but I knew there was something wrong with the brakes. So I'm like, uh-oh, like what could possibly be wrong with the brakes? The bike only has almost 3,000 miles on it. There's nothing, I know there's nothing wrong with the road. It's like, what could be possibly wrong with the brakes? So now, mind you, let's take it back a couple weeks and let me explain to you what's been happening. Every time I've got off the bike, I actually seen a filmy, oily residue here, and this is happening on both sides. Here, along my pipes, along the top rocker covers here, exhaust, even onto the saddlebags, the lid, and here, and I'm sure on the lower portions of my legs. And same thing goes for this side. It was happening here. Oh, you could still see the oily film on my horn cover right there, which I forgot to wipe off. And then all along here, you could see a little bit all along the back of the bags. I'm like, what the hell is this? So first thing in my head, I'm thinking, did a car in front of me or a truck in front of me spill sun? Did they blow a coolant line? Were they leaking oil? What the hell is going on? And then every time I came back from a ride, the same thing would happen. After I wiped it down, same thing would happen. I'm like, it can't be coincidence, that much of a coincidence, that every time I come back on a ride, the bike has this liquid on the front. And then that come back to a couple days ago, the front brake wasn't working properly. So it kind of scared me. So came back home. Lo and behold, I'm looking around and I'm looking around this area. I see all this fluid kind of dripping down onto the caliper. It's my fork seals. On both sides, my fork seals are leaking. So the fluid was actually, while I was riding and the fork tubes are obviously operating up and down, that fluid was coming out, spraying, or I should say the wind was taking it after it was, say I was on a highway doing 60, 70. The wind's taking the fork fluid and spraying it all along the bike. So then when I'm stopped, the access fluid would drip down the lower fork leg, dripped down onto the caliper. You can see how shiny it is. I wiped it all down. It must have been dripping and getting into underneath this cover right here. And it was probably getting on the pads and the rotor. So that is some serious crap right there, right? It's the last place you want some kind of oil, hydraulic fluid, brake fluid, any kind of slippery substance. That's the last place you want it, is on your brake pads and on your rotor. It was also getting onto the outside of the wheel and to the outside of the tire, which I wiped it down. And then I'm noticing like all of these spots in the garage on my floor, on my new floor here, right? So it's the seal. So anyway, long story short, fork seals are leaking. I don't know if I doubt they're the OEM seals. I don't remember if we used OEMs. I don't remember. But before we even get any further, I don't want anybody commenting about, oh, well, that's happening because I took the cowbells off. That's a bunch of bullshit. A lot of bikes, sport bikes, you name it, come from the factory without covers on the fork tube. So it's definitely not that. It has nothing to do with that. So I talked to Dave over at JD Cycle Works, and what he told me to get, which I did, and that's when I locked in the dates for the meet and greet. Dave actually told me to get a rebuild kit for a Dyna fork, a 49 millimeter Dyna fork. So again, when I go by Dave here in the next week or so, I'm probably going to have to trailer the bike there. But this is the fork seal. So that obviously goes in there. But as you guys could see, that's all that's in there is the fork seal. So what Dave told me to get was the Dyna fork seal and the dust cap. So now this cap goes over that. Now this is OEM parts. I don't know if those seals are OEM. I've looked at the fork tubes and there is no damage, scratches, anything on them, because that could potentially lead to a leak. But it's impossible or really highly unlikely that both would leak. Like I don't have scratches on any, on both of them. So I don't know if it's the material. I know during COVID, they were making a lot of seals and rubber gaskets kind of shoddy because of COVID, they couldn't actually get the proper materials to make the gaskets or seals the correct way. So they were using inferior materials, inferior ingredients. That's a fact. I know that. So I don't know. Dave will take a look at it once he disassembles everything. He'll tell you guys the conclusion, but I'm just telling you guys now what's going on with the bike. So then this seal is going to go in. This dust cap is going to go over it. So that's what's happening. I should be at Dave within probably a week. We'll change out the seals and hopefully I have no more issues. But I have to say that I'm really glad finding this out now than me on the way down or me at Daytona, because that would really have ruined the rally and the trip and everything. I would have probably been stuck down there in Daytona for a couple days getting a fix. So that's what's going on. And honestly, you guys, really important, before every ride or every couple rides, definitely go over the bike. Make sure the belt's good and tight in the proper specs. Make sure you got the correct tire pressure. Make sure your seals aren't leaking. I really never even paid attention to that ever until now. And now, honestly, on every other ride or on a long ride, I will definitely be checking my seals, because that is crazy important. Because if that fluid were to spill out a lot, say on the highway, and get really onto my rotor caliper and brake pad, you are screwed. That back brake isn't going to stop you at 80 miles an hour in a fast period of time. The front brakes, the front stopping power is like 80% of the stopping power on any motorcycle. That's what does most of your stopping, is that front brake. And if you don't have that, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of in trouble. I apologize because I know I told you guys that we're going to be doing all ride videos and out of the garage, but for the next week or two, if you guys have any other suggestions for me to make videos on, hit me up in the comments. Definitely subscribe, like, comment in this video so maybe you could get that exhaust, Indy Ridge boots and bag blades. And also don't forget, April 29th, Saturday, 9 a.m. meet and greet at Bergen County Harley Davidson. Can't wait to meet you guys. Peace out. See you soon.